Welcome to Leviton Contractor Connect. The content of this podcast is for informational and educational purposes only. The opinions expressed by the guests do not necessarily represent the views or opinion of Leviton. Leviton does not make any representations or warranties with respect to the accuracy or applicability of the information.
Welcome to Leviton's Contractor Connect podcast series. My name is Tom Degnan, and I'm the Contractor Channel Manager at Leviton. It's my pleasure to welcome Danny Lipford to the podcast. Danny is the host of the popular home improvement show, Today's Homeowner, and his background includes 40 plus years as a general contractor. We have engaged Danny because he has a good feel for trends and opportunities within the electrical industry. So welcome, Danny. Let's get right into it. There are so many home improvement shows and YouTube videos out there, some good, some not as good. Seems that many more are focused on entertainment over instructional content. Your show seems more geared towards realistic content over drama. So, first question is, do you agree with my assessment, and can you offer any advice for the audience on cutting through the noise and where to go for quality construction content, particularly related to the electrical industry?
Well, certainly, we've tried to keep it real on Today's Homeowner, and I think that's why we've been out here for over 23 years on a national basis. And people are getting tired a little bit, and as well as the tradesmen are getting a little tired of the unrealistic reality shows that are out there. There's entertainment value to it, so that's why they're there. But if you're really wanting to cut through all of the clutter and get to some practical, realistic information, there are good sources out there for that. Of course, the internet's full of a little bit of everything. But, when you look at things, I always like to go back to the trade magazines and the trade websites. I know Electrical Contractor magazine and website is a great one. And a lot of times when we have questions about that and we're looking for that level of information, that's where we'll go. And of course, the Contractor Connect portal on Leviton.com is fantastic. It just seems like when you go there, you have a question, you think about it, you go there, boom, they read my mind how that kind of information is there. So the information's out there. You just have to dig a little deeper to get past the entertainment that's also out there.
Good input, Danny. And it's funny, I know my wife watches a lot of those shows, and I'm in the background. I get a kick at, they start a project and there's some woman with perfect nails, and, they break a piece of sheetrock and then they cut and the demo's all done. And what you don't see is the people, the crew coming in and ripping out everything else, and she comes back in, to put the wall plate on or something to that effect. So
magic of television. That's what happens.
Magic of television. Okay, next question. Seems you have an eye for spotting trends, Danny. I've watched your show several times. I see you have an eye for spotting trends and the next hot thing that consumers will demand in their homes, office, and business. What do you see as a hot electrical item right now?
Well, no doubt about it. The home automation and the smart home devices that are so intuitive now are here, and they're going to be here to stay. I can remember back, 25 years ago or so, when the smart home phrase started coming out. But it was so cumbersome, and you needed miles and miles of wire. You needed a thick book to figure out how you turn these things on and lighting schemes and all of that. So it just really didn't take off because it wasn't for everybody. Now rediscovering how you can take baby steps into having a home that's automated and having smart home devices that can help you control everything in your home. Now it's more than a gadget. It's comfort for your home, it's security for your family, and a lot of times it's energy savings as well. So that ability to, just like the Decora Smart Gen 2 devices and some of the other ones that are available through Leviton, allow you to start out, even maybe take one outlet and replace it. It's going to be this wireless enabled so that you can control that lamp when you're coming home. That is a great step toward having a fantastic controlled home by using some of these smart devices. So that's the strongest trend I'm seeing right now in the world of electrical.
Good advice, Danny. And let's take a quick break. We have a message that relates to what you just said, Danny. So let's take it right over for 1 second here.
Leviton recently introduced Decora Smart Wi-Fi 2nd Gen controls. The line includes a dimmer, switch, and mini plug-in switch and dimmer. These devices complement the existing Leviton line of wireless Wi-Fi products. They don't require a hub and install just like traditional devices. All Decora Smart devices are easy to program and control through any smartphone. The 2nd Gen devices work with the My Leviton app and are compatible with Amazon Alexa, Hey Google, Apple HomeKit Siri, IFTTT, and more. There are 2 new wireless anywhere companion dimmers and switches that can be installed anywhere without wires for easy 3-way and multi-location control. Check out the entire line at Leviton.com.
Leviton Contractor Connect is the online hub for busy electricians. Find how-to installation videos, online training, the latest Leviton products, and a suite of mobile apps. Plus, hear from industry experts on Leviton's new podcast. For premium support and rewards, enroll in My Leviton Pro Support and Rewards program. Wherever you are, Leviton Contractor Connect is your new must-have tool. Get more productive at Leviton.com/Contractor Connect.
Welcome back. Danny, we just discussed home automation. Are there any other areas or categories that electrical contractors should be offering to their customers?
Well, I would have never thought that we would actually truly embrace electric cars. But I'm hearing from all of the big manufacturers now that they're putting billions of dollars into converting to all electric cars. Well, we better get ready. That means those chargers that you see from time to time, they need to be everywhere now, including in the American home. So what a great opportunity for an electrical contractor to step forward and start recommending that to the builders as an upgrade for a home that they're building, but also when they're doing some electrical work in an existing home. That's a great thing to recommend, along with many other things that electrical contractors should recommend. But this is a good one because it's coming and it's coming fast.
Good input, Danny. And let's switch gears a little bit here. And, again, our audience is electrical contractors. And typically I find that contractors are really good at their core mission, meaning installing electrical devices and electrical apparatus. But, sometimes they're not always as good at customer service. And Danny, you have a natural ability to connect with people by virtue of the TV show and all the other areas that you're in. But you have an ability to connect with people and gain the customer's trust. And this is a skill. Do you have any advice you could give electrical contractors when speaking with customers with regard to customer service and the general, customer-facing approach?
Sure. Well, certainly keeping it simple is the best thing. And, homeowners don't really care or need to know about how much wattage this covers and this type of ampage. And, sometimes that might get over their head and intimidate them a little bit. But what is really good is if you can go in and anticipate the questions. When you get out into people's homes, whether you're a remodeling contractor like I've been for 43 years, or you're an electrical contractor, you know what questions they're going to ask. So go ahead and answer those questions before they ask them. That builds a comfort level and an ease with these homeowners that make them feel very comfortable and confident in you doing the work. And a lot of times, even though you have the plans and you have everything laid out on the plans and you've asked the homeowners, hey, really look at this electrical layout, it's still on a set of plans. But when those walls are built and you're able to walk through with a notepad and the plans and go, okay, you're walking in your front door, are you right-handed or left-handed? Which side, so you start making it more real. If you can do that, then along the way, an electrical contractor can say, hey, you know what? You may want a hinge switch on this pantry door. That way you don't have to worry about the switch. And what about the laundry room and the closets? Little simple things like that you can introduce them to that they may not be aware of. That also gives you an opportunity to make them aware of things that, just like the AC, USB outlets that are available. Man, that's just a game changer to be able to have that in those certain areas where you want to charge all the many devices we have to charge. It's a great opportunity for an electrical contractor to turn it up a little bit and walk away as a real consultant and someone that they really admire and they'll recommend to others.
Great input, Danny, once again. And our podcasts are structured as a quick listen for our audience. While this concludes part one of our conversation, we invite you to look for part two with Danny Lipford, where we'll be talking about how the role of electrical contractor is evolving into more of a design, build role, and more. Coming soon. So, Danny, thank you. Any closing thoughts for part one?
Well, I tell you what, just to echo some of the same things there, back in 2008, 2009, we all had a tough time. But what I realized there is the guys in any trade, whether it was the plumbers, electricians, or air conditioning guys or general contractors, if you have an edge right now in educating the consumer and you're coming across as the knowledgeable one in your field, you're going to be able to navigate those tough times a lot better. And then in good times, you're able to really profit from that, spending that time to educate yourself and again, to help consumers. So I would certainly embrace taking a little time. We don't, none of us want to get on the books anymore like back in school, but to little at a time, educate on what's available now that you can make available to your builder or homeowner is going to really benefit you in the long run.
Thanks, Danny. Great advice. Okay, that is all for this episode. And as a special thanks to our audience listening today, we have an exclusive offer for you. Take a look at this for details.
As a special thanks for listening to our podcast, we'd like to offer you a Leviton AFCI receptacle. The receptacle provides NEC-compliant arc fault protection for retrofit and new construction applications. See the National Electrical Code for appropriate installation requirements. Just visit leviton.com/podcast offer and tell us where to ship. This offer is just for podcast listeners for a limited time and while supplies last.
Attention electrical professionals. Join the Leviton Pro Rewards program to start earning rewards for your smart product enrollment. Sign up today and receive 100 free bonus points. Visit my.leviton.com/pro to get started.